lot of what we're talking about tonight is going to be how do we get the nerves to connect to your overall body feeling better. That's the key here. Okay? Thank you, Taylor. Have a good night. We'll see you then. This first page here talks about, very top, is the purpose. Okay, a lot of it we talk about is our chiropractic philosophy. One thing people don't know about chiropractors, we don't prescribe medications, we don't do surgery. Okay, we're not even supposed to talk about medication to people. Do you know why? We're natural health doctors. Okay, and a general idea is, if in our philosophy we believe the body is self-regulating and self-healing, so why would we want something foreign in our body? If you need that, being our specialty, go outside our specialty, get it from somebody else. That's the key. Okay, if someone needs medication, they're beat up pretty bad, they're a 10 on a 0 to 10 scale, get something to hold yourself off, and then we'll see you once you get things improve. Okay, if they have a broken bone, at that point, get them to the right doctor to fix that or heal that. So our job is working within our scope of practice is to move the bones, cause relief, get the overall body to heal better. We'll talk about what that means in detail. Okay, any questions so far? Well, good, no questions allowed right now. Okay. Our biggest thing is nutrition, exercise, maintaining a good nervous system, even attitude too. That gets your body healthy. Once you teach you those habits, once you get you out of pain, that's up to you to maintain those habits so you stay healthy on your own. I can't go to your house every day and do the work. Can't do your push-ups, okay, or your sit-ups or your stretching. Do it on your own. That's the key. How we get the nerves to work together, this is the biggest thing. My topic today, my title is Nerves Control Your Health. Keeping it very, very simple. Okay, the nerves in your body, when they form after 7 days of once the sperm and egg come together. I don't want to do too much detail. I'm not sure what they know in the back over there. Okay, once that happens, this happens here to where the big primitive, this mesoderm is your big group of cells. The first way to develop or separate is through a primitive node and primitive streak. What do you think that is in the adult, in a person? Ponder some, turn off the heater. What's that?
Maybe the head and spine.
What's inside the head?
The brain.
The brains, right? The brains, like they say, they're turning. What's it? What's those old movies, horror movies, about brains? True Living Dead, is it? What's those old horror movies? Walking Dead's one of them. Return Living Dead, I think. Talked about brains, I don't know. High school movies, whatever it was. So your brains, right? And your spinal cord. Oh, that's inside your spinal column, inside your bones, is that cord right in there. So we want to make sure that cord's working properly, that cord forms properly, so everything in there actually forms the whole, connect to the whole body. Okay. From that, we want to do is separate the more specialized nerves, for one, too. So what happens is the body forms nerves from the brain through the spinal cord, and at that point out to the outside of the upper body and to the lower side of the same side, the lower body. Okay? Same thing here. Some red here. To the opposite side, upper body, lower side, same side. So those nerves separate to the whole body and they branch to every organ, every system of the body. Okay? So other parts too. As the cells differentiate in the actual sperm and egg. Here, heart. I'll draw liver. It's pretty anatomically correct, right? I don't know. I don't want that close. Here's some kidneys. Right here. Okay. That's the gist of it. So once things differentiate, become more from a group of cells, specialize into nerves, the brain, spinal cord, the heart, organs, lungs, whatever it is too. And every all things can actually start connecting together. Okay, so again, as you can tell already, I'm not an artist. I have an artistic ability. Okay, I draw little fins for legs and arms and hands, whatever it is.
Like a turtle.
That's what I do. Okay, but that's the plan. I like the sea turtle. Sea turtle. Come on.
Yeah.
Love it.
Once these things happen, these nerves form those areas. Is it okay? See the picture? Can you see it? Okay. Okay. At that point, overall, these nerves connect to the muscles, right? They also connect to the organs too. So everything here, again, connected. Okay, here, here. Same thing. Here, here. So we realize that connects to everything in the body. So we realize the nerves that cause muscle pain can also cause problems with heart or lungs. We'll go over what that means in detail. Okay, patients that come in here with just chest pain. They have no arrhythmia. They got their heart checked out. EKG came out normal. It's nerves in the neck, and I'll show you down the line. Hint, hint. How the nerves work to affect not only problems down the arm, but also in the heart. So different signs can cause problems from the nervous system, not just a heart issue or a lung issue or things like that. Of course, you want to rule those out. You want to make sure if it's ruled out, what else can you do? Any questions about that? Nothing yet? All right, you lively crowd, you. Okay. Next part is here. The middle part talks about what controls, they're the same form, right? What controls development function of the body through life? Okay. These nerves are part of that. So I'm going to erase my awesome diagram. Any guys want to take a picture of it? Guys good? Okay, so much.
Visual memories.
The nightmare? Like, oh my God, what was that? So erase this out of here first. We take the one nerve there, we blow it up. Let's see how that works. The nerve, like a wiring system, works on voltage. Okay, did you ever stick your finger into a light bulb, like a switch?
One time.
One time? How'd that feel?
My hair flew away.
Yeah, it's about 110 volts, right? 10 amp or 15 amp, whatever it is. Okay, so that nerve is, say, that wiring system, that wire. Okay, there's one there. There's one here. And there's one here. Okay. If that nerve is working properly, it has a certain amount of voltage, where that sine wave of the nerve, how the nerve actually functions, may be something like this. Nice and smooth, nice and relaxed, right? That sounds pretty good. Nice, smooth, nice, relaxed. So relaxed, smooth, good enough? Okay. If the nerve is irritated, will think it will maintain that kind of sine wave?
It'll lessen it, right?
It'll actually increase it.
Really?
So you have a higher voltage, because if something's being pinched, it wants to send more electricity to cause the same amount of function in that muscle, in that organ. So what it's going to do is go here. There'll be more energy going through there. So when you have more energy, does the muscle feel weak or does it feel painful? Does it feel numb or does it feel sharp pain? When you have, say, neck pain or back pain or whatever it might be.
Pain.
So, and I kind of gave you the answer, but if the nerve is being pinched, it'll cause the higher voltage, the pain, to make your body, hey, there's a problem over here. Your alarm's going off. Okay, if the alarm's going off, fix it. Okay, so some people will do, they see a chiropractor, yay, they see a chiropractor. 9 out of 10 people get medications. Everyone's different. Our job is, if that's a nerve issue, I had a patient earlier come in, 5 days, 2 different doctors, 4 different pain meds, not working. So they come in here because that didn't work. At that point, we see them because it's not a muscle problem, it's a nerve issue being pinched from the neck. So our job, if it's not normal, nice and relaxed, sine wave by normal voltage of the nerves, becomes irritated, becomes overly excited, so it has a higher voltage. What's the opposite? Let's do it in black. The sine wave becomes very thin, and that goes from a painful muscle to a, what do you think?
No.
Relax.
Numb, or relax is normal, but under relax is going to be more numb, or even a weak muscle too as a symptom.
Would you get a weaker voltage then?
Exactly, weaker voltage.
Is that where they give EMIs or EMGs?
EMG, surface EMGs.
Yeah, and that's how they could determine.
Yep, the NCVs. Oh gosh. Sorry, my C+ average through high school and college grammar is kicking in. NCVs or surface EMGs. Surface EMGs. Okay, these things measure voltage in the nerve.
Right.
Either surface area where they put a pad from here to here to measure the voltage or the velocity, which is going to be distance over speed. They measure this over here. We'll take a needle, put it right in there, and they do the same thing for more accuracy. Even lower back, hip, down to the foot. Certain speed, that point is too high, it's too low. What do you think's worse? Irritated painful, or numb and weak?
Numb and weak.
Numb and weak. Even the the elementary school kid understood that one. This is where everything goes from excited, alarm goes off, also moves car of the house, and everything shuts down. Goes, uh-oh, now that's a major problem. Okay, our job is to catch it here, here to here. Even some people come in when they have back pain, right? But their neck bothers them sometimes. We take the neck x-ray, sometimes the neck x-ray is worse than the low back. It's not symptomatic enough to where they haven't hit the pain threshold, where they haven't had that alarm system go off yet. It's just getting there. Our jobs go from wherever it is back to better normal. Okay, any questions about that?
Can you get it from numb back to normal?
Usually, yes.
Usually.
This can be caused from sometimes a herniated disc, a bulging disc. If the disc is ruptured or torn inside the spine, that may take some time. At that point, someone has a ruptured or a partially ruptured disc. We may treat them for 2 weeks. No results, go see the surgeon. When it's that bad. Okay, our job is to catch and hold before that happens, so that we can fix it to where it gets to better normal and stays
So the
there.
middle one is more of a pinched nerve. When they say pinched nerve,
An acute pinched nerve.
that's where you're getting more voltage.
Getting the higher voltage,
And it's your body that produces that voltage to
let your body know, hey, look, there's a problem over here. Fix it, please. That's how it speaks. And again, the nerve doesn't feel any pain. It doesn't feel any pain at all. The end of the nerve, the muscle in the arm or leg, or the organs can become dysfunctional, where that causes the issue too. Any questions about that? Did it blow your mind? Crazy stuff, right? That's the thing. The nerve, and even the disc doesn't feel any pain. The disc between the bones, they don't feel any pain. It's the actual end point of the nerve. That's how the body kind of fakes you out. I feel like coming with just knee pain, one-sided all the time, and the X-ray MRI is negative, but they have it every morning they wake up. They have problems walking. X-ray lower back shows a problem. At that point, to fix the lower back, without even touching the knee pain goes away. Magic. No, not magic. The nerves work, right? The nerves work. Travel from the lower back down the leg to the knee. We fix the lower back based on the X-ray we see on the X-rays. This goes away. Our magic, I guess. I don't know. Some type of craziness. Sorcery, what do you say? All right. Any questions about how the nerves work? All right, that's the second part. The last part is called subluxation. That's when this connects. Okay? That's when we go, okay, your problem is here, lower back. Let's get this to work here. Where your overall spine might be the lower back, but how does this affect also your body's function? So if we remove the nerve problem, the nerve being pinched, or at that point, this works better. Okay? Subluxation. You know what that means in Latin? I think I know what it means because I wrote it down here. It says derived in Latin, right?
Oh yeah, I don't even know what it means in English.
Okay, good. We'll go over to English first, go over Spanish, or not Spanish,
Latin.
but Latin afterwards. Sub is less. Okay? So if I write this down so everyone sees this up here, I'm a visual learner. Again, you guys don't want to picture this, right? It's the basic stuff. Okay, good. I think your kids could probably draw better than that. Can't, I'm pretty sure. All right. So here, sub, luxation. All right. If we break it down, sub means less. Lux, less means light. Asian means, I have no idea what that means. Don't worry about the Asian part. Leave that alone. Okay? This is the important part over here. Means something. You know what it means?
Yeah. You just add it to make the word longer.
I'm going to use that. And just to make the word longer so we can put more vowels in there too. So maybe the study of light. Okay? But this is how they measured back in the 30s how an organ was doing, how the body was doing. They could hook up your, for example, arm and go, okay, if it has enough electric voltage, the NCV test, right, the nerve test, at that point, the light bulb would be at a higher intensity. If the nerve was less functional, or the muscle less functional, they would call it lower intensity. The light bulb, the end point, would actually have a lower voltage. So they measured things like that back then. I got to figure out who the author was. Then that machine. This is why we chiropractic call subluxation. So when there's less than light of the nerve being firing, then we have problems with nerve irritation of the muscles, and also the organs become dysfunctional. Okay, any questions about that? It's a chiropractic term. It was weird. This morning, I was watching a quick video about a podcast review, a guy reviewing chiropractic. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he just destroyed chiropractic. He says it's not real, it's not a real science, this doesn't exist. I'm like, well, how come I see 12,000 people a year, 12,000 estimates a year, and 99% of people get better? I don't know. It's magic, right? Just luck. Luck of the draw. Okay? So our job is to make sure we can prove this based on what the science behind it, so people realize it's a science. It's not a guessing game. It's not sorcery. This is why I take the x-rays. That's why you see the objective findings. That's why you go through the objective findings. That's why you see your x-rays with you. It may seem a lot of information, because I want you to understand what you're doing for your health. Now, I'm good. Look at me. I look great, right? I look great, brother? Good? Right? Good? Look good? On camera? Good. So my thing is, I stay healthy by exercising, stretching, get adjusted once a week by a doctor, maybe sometimes even more, and do my things to keep myself healthy. Nutrition, we had a nutrition workshop last week. But I want to keep myself healthy. I tell you guys the same thing, because I want you to walk the walk. I want you to have the habits to stretch and strengthen based on your work activities, your occupation, so you can maintain your health and not have to see me all the time. We're not going to fix things around. That's why you're here, to fix things. Once you fix it, reduce this back to better normal, then it's up to you to maintain that. My job is to teach you how to do that as a chiropractor, as a doctor, teach you that. Because I'm liable. If you don't get better, you can sue me. Don't sue me. That'd be bad. You know? But I have insurances that cover me in liability insurance, because if someone came in here and said, hey, sell my inversion table, right? Table that hangs right down to protect someone's back. We have no problem at all. Someone's hurt. If that person selling the machine sold it from them directly, from that person, they have no liability. If your hairdresser says, hey, just lean over, I know you have a neck problem, I saw this on TV, let me adjust your neck, you cause a stroke, they have no liability. If I hurt somebody, if I sell that table, inversion table, and they get hurt, they come back to me and go, hey, look, I'm going to sue you because you recommended that. So I have to be very careful what I recommend, what I do. Maybe vitamin supplements, a table, whatever. If someone came in today trying to sell me something else, I go, no, thank you. You say, no, thank you, because I'm trying to be courteous. All right? That's the key, is realize I'm here to make sure that you're safe. That's why I take the x-rays first. We look at this stuff in detail. That's why you're here tonight too, so you understand the value of what you're doing. Because some chiropractors don't do this stuff. They go lie down, get adjusted, get out of here. See what happens. You're like, I come in probably 4 or 5 times a year. I come in. My last chiropractor hurt me. I'm like, oh no, here we go again. And I go, what did the x-rays show? 9 out of 10 times I never took an x-ray. Without the x-ray, I have no idea. I have no x-ray vision. I don't know what I'm looking for. So I want to see the x-rays, because if I just adjust, if I look at your neck and go, okay, I'm feeling stuff around, it's called palpation, feel around, I'm guessing still what's going on. The muscle can spasm, but from a problem over here. They forget to tell me they were in an accident, they may have fractured their neck. At that point, I adjust them. What happens? They don't get up from the table. I grab my bag and go to Mexico. I'm out of here. You know? But my thing is to make sure it's safe for you. That's why you're here. Any questions about this? Good. Let's move on. Next page. Page 2. Page 2 correlates with this page here. You work together. Okay. Let's go over this page first so you understand what this page is. Okay. This page is your spine. Good. Good job. In the back row there. These are nerves coming out of your spine, little lines. Again, this is 1950s graphics. This is high animation for 1950s. Okay? If we have that nerve goes to a location called an area of your body. So the first part's going to be like your blood supply of your head. Okay, location, or even the second C2 nerve is called to the location of the eyes and optic nerve. Okay, these nerves all come across from the left to right side. The far part is your effects or symptoms. So symptoms would be like leg pain or arm pain or headaches. Okay, things like that, normal things. Any questions about the nerve chart form, crazy chart form? Nothing yet? Okay. Now we can connect that with the second page on your handout. It's called Factors Affecting Your Health. So here, let me erase my awesome penmanship. I'm going to look that up later on, so I keep forgetting to look at that. The Asian part. Here, first part is going to be exercise. So, Mr. Sam, can you or your kids go to C6 on your nerve chart here? From there, which muscles connect to C6 nerve? Where does the nerve innervate the which muscles? What does that say?
The neck muscles.
Yep. What else?
Shoulders,
Good.
and tonsils.
And tonsils. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tonsils. So the nerves here, it's saying, whatever this form is, I don't know. I just found this in the trash earlier. This form says, those neck muscles connect to the neck, shoulders, even tonsils up here too, to affect this whole areas. All these areas in here. So again, the nerves they control the muscles, but also affect the organs too at the same time. So you want to realize if someone's having problems with a neck issue, can they have other issues too? Yes, they can. So if we fix their neck, will their overall body be healthier? Yes, it will. You don't be a doctor to know that stuff, right? Even just being 3rd or 4th grade, you'd be fine to figure it out. Okay? Same thing with exercise too, how it's affected. We talked about how the muscle goes from high voltage to low voltage, muscle pain to muscle weakness. Basic stuff, right? Also T1 in that same area here. Controls, where are we going? Good. Lower arms and legs, same thing as before too. So this whole area, C6, C7, these are the vertebrae and the nerves too. C6, C7 nerve, C67 vertebrae, and T1 is right below that. They all control these areas in here. So realize if you have any problems in the neck, it can run down here and down here. Low back, L3, controls and that same thing. Knee pain. Side of the knee, a little bit lower, knee itself. So that's what we want to do is focus on the physiology of this body, not chiropractic. It's not chiropractic now. Realize it's not chiropractic. This is physiology, how the body works naturally to control things, the body's muscles and joints, but also in the normal joint organ function. Any questions, so is it blowing your mind?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, I got a headache right back here. Next one. Exercise is easy, right? We always want to exercise to make ourselves feel better. Next is diet. Okay. How does having healthy nerves or unhealthy nerves affect your diet? Talks about here at the T6 level. Okay. You go to there on your nerve chart. T6, middle of your paper. What does that control, Albert?
Stomach.
Stomach. Okay. Causes stomach troubles, including nervous system, stomach, heartburn, dyspepsia. What's dyspepsia? You guys know?
No.
Me either. I forget what it was. Something important, probably. I don't know. Probably stomach acid. I'm assuming. Something like that. Sounds good? As long as you guys are confident, I think that it is. We're on the same page. We're good. Okay. So here, T6, these areas, will it cause also problems with muscle in the back? If it affects the ribs too. Anyone here have problems where if your upper back is stuck, you can't breathe well? Some people have that where their upper back ribs get stuck to their spine and they can't take a deep breath in because ribs can't expand to do that. So you'll have pain here, but also where else? The stomach. So someone's like this, and this is just to go over a patient example, walking like this. I can't breathe, my mid-back hurts. Great. What else is going on? I have a lot of heartburn. You know, a lot of issues that way too. You come back up here, oh, they feel great. Relieves this, but also sometimes this stuff goes away too. I focus on this. This is up to you to go, okay, how is my whole body functioning better? And if you do that, this is the big picture, if you fix your spine, that stays normal, then the muscle problems you have along with the functional problems, you can tolerate more stress, you can do more to it, and stay healthier. Any questions about that? That's the big picture. We'll go to that later though. That's the preview of that. Next part is sleep. Okay? Who doesn't get enough sleep in here? Me sometimes too. I'm guilty. Okay? I'm my number one person. Sometimes my brain starts moving like, okay, I got to do something. So where are you going? I'm like, I don't know, somewhere. Okay, C1 nerve root. This is one of the more important ones. So Martha, what does C1 nerve root say? What does it connect to? What location?
The butt, the part to the head,
Mm-hmm. What else?
pituitary gland,
Yep.
scalp, bones on the face, brain, inner and middle ear, sympathetic nervous system.
What's that? Curious. What is this? Where am I? Here it is. Sympathetic system. Okay. Sympathetic. It's not pathetic. Sympathetic. That's your stress response to your body. This is important because if someone comes in, they can't sleep well, their body doesn't relax when they're sleeping. When you're sleeping, there should be no physical stimulation to your body, even consciously, where anything that's happening to make your body stay stressed is unconscious. It's in here because what's going on here. So you want to control your sympathetic system. It's your stress response. Okay? If this fires up, it's like being chased by a tiger. You get hit. You watch a scary movie, you're like, what was that? Heart rate goes up, right? Maybe you might scream like some people do. My wife says I do once in a while, but I don't believe her. See a scary movie. Okay. This is what happens to your body when you're under a quick stress. You hear the car behind you screech its tires and not hit you, but you wince a little bit. Same thing. What happens is when your body gets under a long-term stress, your hormones will adapt. So all of a sudden your body stays stressed the whole time. If you have chronic neck pain, back pain, headaches, whatever it is, chronic stuff to where your body can't, you're not addressing the issue causing the problem, your body goes, that's fine, we'll adapt to it. We'll stay under stress so you don't sleep well. Throughout you all the time. Okay? You can take medications too. The body goes, that's fine. We'll increase the stress hormones, so you feel even worse. When we're stressed, what do? I want to eat a lot of candy and ice cream. Our body adapts to that because it wants to feed that stress response. What we want to do is calm it down by causing the body, the nerves, to calm down. By causing the nerves to calm down, overall body stays a better function. So the C1 nerve root, a lot of chiropractors focus on just that area, not because they're lazy, because they know how important it is to get this under control. So the brain and spinal cord, that connection, does make the whole body go out of whack, stay under stress. That's the big deal. That's the purpose. Okay. If the opposite of this is your parasympathetic. That is your opposite. That is your relaxation hormones. That's how we relax. Okay, opposite. These are your serotonin and endorphins that allow your body to feel good. And when they have that balance, you can tolerate more stress. Your body can do more without being worn out. When a patient comes in, chronic pain, how'd you sleep? Not very good, doc. Okay? Period, a couple weeks, couple days, whatever it is, so they start feeling better in the neck or lower back. You go, how'd you sleep now? Actually, I'm sleeping better. I wake up more recharged. Their body gets to this state, they're staying here when they're sleeping. They're in a conscious state. Any questions about that? Blowing your mind?
Yeah, it was like light bulbs, like
Crazy how it works. So when we go, how come my friend next door is always happy-go-lucky, blah, 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 good spirit? How come I'm always like, and I have this pain over here? It could be because what's going on inside, not only what's going on in your muscles, because you have pain or pain here, but also what's going on inside your nerves, making your body become imbalanced. This is all hormone levels. This is not your body. This is here. This is all these connections here. There's green, if it's hard to see from the back, green and like a blue nerve that connects to every organ of the body. When there's those fire, one fires to reduce sympathetic, one fires to reduce parasympathetic. When there's stress in the organ, this shuts down.
Is that a
This
chemical
overtakes.
reaction?
It goes from the joint motion to chemical to the brain, then brain to the supraadrenals, adrenals to the actual hormones. Produce hormones that control either the balance or imbalance.
So
it's
reaction,
neurological,
right?
chemical, and hormonal. It's all three. That's a cycle, a loop. Like a ring. fire.
You're going to burn, yeah.
I got that? Got it. That's the thing, though. I have, they're in here somewhere. I don't know, they come,
I started singing in my
Sometimes
head.
come out and like bad months, like, oh, again, in trouble again. Go sleep on the couch again. Okay? So here's, you want to have that balance, but realize when you have good joint motion, that allows this to fire more than this. All these nerves have that control on not only the muscle, but also the organs. That's why they have these little lines. Okay, that's why I put them there, I guess. You want to make sure the overall body's functioning normal. If we have problems with stress here, if I turn it on, that affects your heart. So that stress response to the body, the sympathetic, up there, my range of motion, pretty good, allows you to have arrhythmia. You feel you have chest pain, especially when you wake up in the morning, because your body stays stressed the whole time. It happens more than you think. Any questions about that? Crazy.
Higher blood pressure.
Exactly. Higher blood pressure is a form of stress, makes the arteries, blood vessels constrict, push the blood up. My patient comes in, Rita. She's Medicare now, she's about over 65, 66. Comes in because she has high blood pressure. Neck feels fine. We adjust her neck, her blood pressure goes down to better normal. Magic, right? No, it's how the body should work. So we want to make sure the body functions normal, back to a better position. Everything works normally. Remove the stress in the joints. At that point, remove the stress to where your hormones balance out. The overall body feels better, you sleep better, stays relaxed. If you're relaxed, can you do more? Yes. If you do more, can you tolerate more stress? Yes. So our job here again is not only get you adjusted so you feel better, make sure you're exercising and stretching, so you tolerate more. You don't break down as quickly again. Any questions about that?
So it all starts with C1 then.
That's the main. That's the main area.
Yeah, and that's what you work on initially.
That's the purpose. We want, and the biggest thing with C1, it's your posture. If I'm like this all day long, what's going to get stuck? Hint, hint.
Right.
All right?
C1.
Because your head comes forward. Your facial bones and your teeth are 70%, 7 out of 10 weight of your skull. It pulls you forward. Have to consciously keep our shoulders and body back, like we're doing our sitting checklist. Your body stays back here. All
So the size of your head will push you forward.
Exactly. If you have a goatee, it'll probably pull you forward too. I don't know. Throw things out there, see if it sticks, right? But if it's stuck down here to the lower back, does it make sense it'll cause tension to affect the neck and vice versa? It's one spinal cord.
Yeah.
If I pull down here, it pulls up there too. Okay? And there's a little hole that spinal cord comes through. Anything that pinches that area, fires up real quick. Any questions about that? Crazy. Next thing, part of this too, I'll do it in blue again, is called PMA. Ugh. What does that stand for? What do you think? What do you think? Magical. Not PMS. You're thinking that. Not PMS. I confused you. I tried my best.
Yeah.
Positive mental attitude.
How the way you look at
Crazy. If you didn't have a little bit of it when you came in the first day, you wouldn't have stayed. You need the motivation. And our job is to make sure you become less stressed so you have more motivation to keep moving, to keep working toward a better health. Okay, people, when you're stressed, do you want to do more or do you want to do less? Less. You want to do nothing sometimes. You don't want to move. A lot of people go through that. When people become psychologically stressed especially, they shut down. They don't go anywhere. They don't pay their bills, anything. It just kind of piles and piles and piles. They don't even open their mail because of this. Our job is making sure your nerves are calming down so over time you can tolerate more stress. Realize movement's important to de-stress your body. You need to move to get this to fire more than this. You have to go against our body's normal protective mechanism. If you feel stressed, I go and exercise. I feel stressed, I go and exercise. I stretch. Whatever I got to do to calm this down, so at that point my body can function at a better level. When you work out, get in that zone, they call it, you feel like I can do anything. I'm more creative then. Okay, your body feels good. That's where you want to stay. You do it often enough, it becomes a habit, you feel addicted to it because you want this more than this. You want to get, and it takes about 30 days for your body chemistry and hormone levels to balance out again. Once you do that for, say, 4 weeks to work to get into a good habit, get here, you're like, I want to go back there. This feels good to me now. If I don't work out, I feel guilty. I missed something. That's your body going, okay, now you're here, let's stay here. It's your body going from here to here, where this feels better now versus here. That's the plan. It takes time to get there. Any questions about PMA? Did I get you on that one? Huh?
Go on.
Maybe this one, so I'll get you on this one too, we'll see. H, N, S. These dang abbreviations. Late at night, what the heck's he thinking? I know, brain's fried already. What are we gonna do?
Healthy nervous system.
Yes! Somebody got
Did I
it.
get it?
Yes!
Give her a star.
Somebody, if I had stars to give to you, give you just a visible star. This is what we're aiming for. Okay, if this is working properly, all of this works well too. It all bounces over. We need this to work. This is what chiropractors is what we do, so overall body can function better and stay at better health. That's the plan. We're going to help fix the spine. We're going to help do a X-ray to another X-ray analysis so you see improvement. But it's up to you to make sure you maintain the habits you're giving you now, and even more as you get better so you stay there. Once you're better, I may see you 3-4 times a year because you did this, whatever it is too. But once you your habits, I don't have to see you. X-rays will not go backwards, unlike what people will tell you. You can actually fix the disc, fix the structure. I can show you a bunch of X-rays on them that we can do when people follow through. It takes time, anywhere from 2 to 3 months, sometimes even 4 months. That's how bad you are. But our goal is to make sure we give you enough time to do that. We can't force physiology. But it takes you doing your part at home when you're not in the office for the first 15 minutes a day. At that point, you get yourself better. Any questions about my soapbox today? All right? That's it. That's it. It doesn't seem too complicated, right? Once you have to see the big picture. But this is what we're going to do, is fix that spine so all these nerves work better, so all of this becomes easy to you. Yes?
A question about earlier, you said with the headaches, where does that come? I wasn't really...
Sure.
I get
A lot of that
headaches.
C1 nerve root and overall body posture keeps the C1 nerve root locked up. So overall, the muscles itself will tighten up to cause pain locally, and the neck, back of the head, even eye pressure too, like we talked about before. Once you unlock those areas, those nerves get better, and everything in the body gets better too, because it affects your sleep, affects attitude, affects everything, affects your ability to recharge your body. That's the goal, is to make sure we get everything up here working properly, so the pain goes away. The same as control pain, control your stress response. This will calm down too. Any questions about the science behind chiropractic?
Makes sense.
It's amazing.
Well, it's how the body works. Like, so with your son too, have him come and talk to me if he wants about the physiology stuff because he's taking the class. But this is just physiology. It's not chiropractic. Part of this form too at the very top, you're going to take these home too, so you're allowed to take them home. Okay. The part it says too, the H and S health nerve system. The nerve system controls and coordinates all organs and structures of the human body. It's from Gray's Anatomy, which is really the Bible for anyone who studies the human body, physiology. That means everything in the body is controlled by your nerves. So why wouldn't you want the nerves working properly 100% so you can stay healthy for a long, long time? All right? That's it. Anything else? Any questions from the crowd?
That's why when you go to the doctors and they always say that don't ever go to a chiropractor.
Why do you think they say that? Sad.
They wanted their business.
Profit is sometimes ignorance too. They read the one headline once you're saying chiropractic caused a stroke. Chiropractic broke a rib. Sometimes not knowing causes more anxiety what we do than anything else. I get referred from medical doctors all the time. Medical doctors refer to me because of what we do in here. Once they understand what we do. We have to do a better job as a profession educating medical doctors what we do, but there's still that stigma. Don't see they'll break your neck. I had a patient come in a few weeks ago, Cindy, and she went to a medical doctor down here at the local hospital because she has bad migraines, and she just had a bad one. She just gets a shot for it, and the nurse said, "What do you normally do for your headaches?" Because I see my chiropractor. This is only last year. The nurse says, well, don't ever do that. That's gonna break your neck. How ignorant. Just ignorance. Not knowing what we do. You know, and having that, whatever they heard it from, it's paying for more and more. Our job as professionals to make sure that we reverse that, because right now, the biggest thing I was reading, I got an article from another chiropractor today, is 100 people die a day from taking medications. The correct way. Opioids, right? Opioids are pain relievers. So am I killing more people, or are drugs killing more people? Am I killing anybody? Not that I know of. But if drugs are killing people between 100 and 300 people a day, and they're not doing anything about that, again, my soapbox, why not refer them to a chiropractor to help alleviate their problems so this goes away, so they get off the drugs? What do you think that is? Why do they want to keep them on the drugs?
Making money.
The dollar, right? Or the yen, or the Deutschmark, whatever, the euro, whatever you want to call it.
The Benjamin Franklin.
That's what it is.
Wow, sorry.
So a lot of it is I mean, and you know this already too. If you walk to a doctor's office, how long do you have to wait till another drug rep comes into the office?
Oh, they're always there. In
Come
and
on.
out. Yeah.
They know the nurses' names. They know the front desk's names. They have their coffee waiting. They know what they want from the coffee bar. Come on. Doesn't have to be a rocket scientist. Even a chiropractor realizes that's how it works. Our job is to get them off the drugs. Again, that's our philosophy, right? We don't give drugs. That's what we do. So why do they refer to us? That's their reasoning. We get people better. Sorry. People come in here. Number 2 reason, first relative, second the pain. They want to get off the medications. They're tired of them. The side effects of medications is what? It goes a domino effect. I had a patient come in a couple years ago. I think it was Christy. She was in a bad car accident, only 19, 20 years old. By the time I saw her, about 2 months after a car accident, bad rollover accident, she had to take a leave of absence from her work and quit school. She had started taking medication for pain from her doctor. That led to problems she couldn't sleep. Taking sleep medication. That problem where she had constipation, diarrhea. Took medication for that. That caused issues where she couldn't sleep because it caused anxiety, depression. She took medication for that. Sometimes how she was on 6 medications. Couldn't do anything.
20 years old.
20 years old.
Yeah.
If I had not seen her, and she was off medications within, I think, about 8 weeks, she was going back to work and starting school next semester because she couldn't start mid-semester, what would she have done? Stick to that whole regiment and not getting better. If someone's not getting better in here, 2 weeks, they're out. What's the next step? I don't waste time. I had Janice come in last February, 10 years of medications because she had 2 back surgeries. I thought, we'll take a look at what we can do. Her back surgery, they cleaned stuff out, they didn't put the rods and screws in, so actually we could fix some of that. 8 weeks later, she was off the medication. She went through a bad withdrawal symptom on her own, but she was back to normal life. She was doing things now, getting out of the house. Traveled out of state for the first time in 10 years to go see family. So it's not the pain I worry about, it's your quality of life. Get that back by doing chiropractic? Sometimes. But I want you to feel that and do the work to get there so you have the best interest in doing your part too. Those are my sad stories of the day. That's it though, is really keep yourself healthy so you don't have to do what some people do, a lot of people do, and that causes a down effect that your quality of life becomes less and less. So it's up to you what you want to do. Anything else?
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Hey, I like that. I like that. See you tomorrow.